Hey guys, it's Nian again, and I am now bringing you the 5th game of the best of 7, which is the ASUS Republic of Republic of Gamers Finals. It is now SKMC down on the bottom on TSL4 Antigua Shipyard, and TaeJa up in the top from Team Liquid. And this is match point for TaeJa. If he wins this, he wins the prize of $13,000. Which I would assume could buy you a lot. I don't know exactly how much that is worth in Korean. I can't remember what it is in Korean. In Korea. I can't remember the Korean currency, but I presume it's a lot because it's a fairly big prize over here. Not as big as the MLGs or IPL4s, but it's still pretty big. So both players going for standard openings. Nothing much to say. TaeJa walling off after his unwalling last game, where he just went for a massive bio push and just won it out of sheer production. And is that a barracks? Yeah, going for barracks first. Strangely, it's not in a weird position. He's just going to play this game straight up. And it is rallied down to the front of his natural, so he will be able to kill anything that comes past. However, that probe should be able to get past before it sees it. I think this map, the difference from the ladder is it's forced cross spawn, and there is supply depot at the natural to stop any wall offs. I've gone on time and time again about it stopping wall offs from there, or just doing pylon blocks. If you're Zerg or Protoss versus Zerg, pylon blocks are exceedingly effective ways at stopping the early Zerg rush, and it's basically just an insta-win button. So that stops that, and the SCV goes off to scouts as well. Probe just minding its own business, not really doing much, just checking stuff out. Orbital coming down, but sees a Marine, decides to back out because Probe's loss this early on isn't too good. Gateway already up, and Cybercore, as well as getting double assimilator fairly quickly because Protoss is fairly gas heavy and Terran isn't, hence the only one reactor for TaeJa. So probably going to see, yes, there's a mule down, and probably going to just keep seeing a flood of mules just to get the economy going. Concussive shell, so it looks as though that TaeJa is going to go for a mainly marauder force this time, and concussive shells stop stalkers in their tracks, and they just completely render the zealot's chargeability useless. So one marauder already coming out. Doesn't attack the probe. That probe could be attacked. He sees the tech lab and thinks that Marauder's coming, so he will prepare accordingly. Will he build a pylon? If he's going to build a pylon, he needs to build one now. TaeJa corners him, and the probe is now history. And another Marauder comes out, so we are... Yes, Stim is now on the way. Now Concussive Shells is finished. And then presumably we're going to see Combat Shield expansion going down for TaeJa fairly early on. However, TaeJa does like his expansions, like the game in which he decided to build 9 CCs and turn about 5 of them into planetary fortresses and use that instead of bothering to use any forces to defend. But TaeJa is going to take map control at the lone watchtower. And is MC going to send another probe to scout, or is he going to try and claim a third early on? He's already lost one probe, and no, TaeJa's going to send out an SCV to check for a third and possible hidden production, or not. Could put a bunker down. Will he? Nope. Zealots and Stalker are out, so that just goes out the question. SCV dies. And the Robo goes down, so it looks as though MC will be playing quite a lot of Robo, because normally you don't see a Robo this early. Perhaps, well, yes, he knows that there's Marauders, and so presumably getting Immortals, because Immortals are good against Marauders. Not so good against Marines because you can mass Marines pretty effectively against Immortals, and just if you get a complete surround, an Immortal just falls. But like Roaches and Stalkers, Immortals can two-shot Marauders. And Nexus just finishing up now. However, the CC has already finished and been orbital commandeered by TaeJa, as well as just sending down as many mules as possible to ensure that he has an absolutely epic income. We also have the two more racks that have gone up, as well as Factory with Tech Lab and Starport, so presumably going to see another bio-heavy play instead of mech. I mean, the only normal time I normally see mech play is when when people are up against Zerg, because Reactor Hellions is such a good opening, and from there siege tanks can take down Ultralisks, and they just deal splash damage to anything pretty much, including themselves, which is a bit annoying if you've got two siege tanks apart. And you get a massive Zerglings around one, you will in fact be doing splash damage to the other tank. So, Starport just finishing up, and presumably we'll be seeing the switcheroo. Yes, there's the switch, and presumably that factory is going to go off to Scouts. So, 3-gate Robo by the looks of it as an opening. Level 1 weapons coming down for TaeJa, as well as double medevac. So possibly going for a drop at this stage, but 2 reactor barracks. Will he kill off the observer? Yes, he managed to get the observer finally. And supply depot is going down because TaeJa is in fact supply blocked. MC, seeing that TaeJa has the engineering bay, deciding to go double forge for upgrades and building another observer, just because one was lost. So we need to build another. However, TaeJa moving out fairly early on. Will he be able to make a quick push? Because there's pretty much only sentries and a couple of zealots at the moment, and those marauders do have the concussive shell, so they can stop a zealot in its tracks. And the observer just hanging out, making sure that no third is taken. And it's moving into the map. I don't think that MC has spotted this army yet. It'll be important if he does, because it could be the difference between life and death, and the observer will have spotted it. Factory checking for third as well, but he really needs to move his stalkers down onto the mid ground, I suppose, and going to send in that marine around the edge. However, it will get taken. Oh, almost get. Oh, and MC makes a critical error, and he accidentally force fields his zealots out. We do have an immortal, and this stalker should take out that marine quickly. So, got an immortal joining the party. I don't know if the marines saw that, but it will be important, because if he's going marauders, then you want to have a couple of immortals out just to help keep the damage high and tank some of the incoming shells if it's mismicroed. 3 more gateways coming down for MC, so transitioning to 6 gates, as well as 2 more pylons to avoid getting supply blocked, which he will be shortly if he decides to produce another probe. However, TaeJa needing to produce a couple more as well. 2 tech labs going down, presumably on 2 more Raxes. Possibly armory. Yes, 2 more Raxes with 2 more tech labs. So presumably going to go very heavy marauder play. Missile turret, making sure that the observer can't see anything. But all these marauders are going to be very effective against the stalkers that MC has, because marauders are pretty much one of the hard counters for stalkers. Well, they are pretty much the hard counter for stalkers, short of going battle cruiser and Yamatoing the hell out of them, which is severe overkill, and would definitely require a lot of resources. Mind you, TaeJa's macro is epic, so he'd probably be able to do that, actually. Not deciding to get any of the vehicle upgrades, though, even though he does have the armory. What will he be going for now? Will he be getting a couple of Thors out? However, he doesn't have a working factory, so he can't be getting a couple of floors out. I just remembered that TaeJa always sends his factory to scout, and now by the looks of it, it has been annihilated. A nice squadron of Marines, and a Ghost Academy, so presumably he's going to expect some High Templar or Archons. Twilight Council, Blink gets chrono boosted. And MC does that power. I can't see the power fields. Can I switch to MC's point of view? Power fields. Nope, I can't see the power fields. That is annoying, because I can't see if that is powering those. Because if it is, then yay for MC. If it isn't, then we've got another Artosis pylon. However, we do have the Tastosis pylon there. Well, the Artosis pylon and then the Tastos pylon, to make sure that those don't go down, because if those go down, then I believe the phrase is MC is royally fucked. Apologies for the strong language, but he will be if that pylon goes down. He will have pretty much no production. All he'll be able to do is warp in, well, he'll still be able to warp in Stalkers and Sentries, but he won't be able to warp in as many, and also he won't be able to get Immortals unless this pylon is, which I don't think it will. I think the radius will end there, and yeah, MC would just be screwed if that happened. Ah, there's the factory. I'd managed to miss it, and that's just getting a very good read of the main. MC pushing back these, managed to take out a medevac. And TaeJa starts healing up his forces again, now that MC has decided to fall back. Factory just casually having a little stroll, and there's the blink up just to take the factory down. So finally level 2 coming for TaeJa as well as MC. I say finally, 40 minutes is pretty much an average time for level 2 weapons, and they're going to be coming at pretty much the same time. And Templar Archive, so going to be High Templar coming for MC. Going to allow him those storms to take out that bio-heavy army. Third for MC, third for TaeJa. Pretty much going for identical style builds. However, MC going for a good counter. Will he get charge? That is the question. Yes. I just looked at production tab and realised that charge is about 90% done. So, and that is level 3 as well for MC. Will TaeJa decide to get level 3 as well? Looks as though there's going to be a drop, however a couple of zealots pulling back, and they should be able to charge now, unless that was cancelled. But that drop is getting cleaned up oh so fast. They've not actually killed a single zealot, which is impressive. And MC, however, a pylon must have gone down. Oh! I completely missed this massive drop in the main. That was a massive mistake, and the Tastosis pylons do go down. This could well be the end for MC. I didn't realise that that's why charge looked as though it had finished. And MC, this is game over for him. He's managed to force field his zealots in. He cannot really get out of there. Blinks down to try and take out the medevacs, however he's taking down the wrong ones. There's one that has units inside. Those Marauders taking down those Stalkers as well. However, he does manage to hold. But then there's another army, TaeJa, the king of multitasking. Well, other than possibly Hero, and possibly any of the other high-end Korean Terrans. Well, Hero's a Protoss, but he's able to do a ton of Warp Prism harasses. But he is able to pretty much take out those Zealots with the Conquest Shells. And then loads up for another drop. Will MC pull back in time? MC has no production, and now he has production. He can actually do stuff, but his production will not be there for long. He just needs to take down some more pylons, and back to 0 production. There are no probes at the main anymore, so he won't be able to get production back up for a while. He has some production down here, not much. Templar Archives desperately trying to research charge and 2-2. But MC manages to repel it again. I don't know how much longer he will be able to last for. But mind you, if it lasts more than 4 hours, then he should probably seek medical help. Mainly because there was a game that lasted 5 hours, and after 5 hours, I would just be so tired and just... Well, I would probably just be sick and tired of playing a one game for 5 hours. I probably would need medical help. I'd probably have got so high off adrenaline from continuous back and forth battles, especially how LiquidTaeJa and SKMC. MC is probably trying to macro his heart out, trying to get enough production up to repel. However, at the moment he's at a 60 supply deficit. So this last push could mean the end. Guardian shield goes up, making those immortals even more effective. However, those marauders just making light work of the immortals. Zealots slightly trapped. They don't have charge. Charge is so close to finishing. If they had charge, they might be able to. But no, and there's the GG. And TaeJa takes the ASUS Republic of Gamers tournament. 4 games to 1 in the best of 7 finals. Truly epic set of games, really showing off how to play Terran to the best of his ability. Drops here, there and everywhere. Manages to distract the caster, and just those 4 zealots, they wouldn't have stood a chance. I mean, 3 stalkers, 4 zealots. If you look at the final units, there were actually 6 zealots, so 2 more zealots hiding somewhere. But TaeJa providing a masterclass of how to play Terran. And that is going to be it. This is Neon signing off. Stay tuned to this channel for more Surviving the Bronze League and possibly more procasts. I will try and get 1 series of procasts up a week, because they do take quite a long time, especially if they're longer games. Luckily, TaeJa games don't tend to go on quite well, because he just wins so decisively. I don't think any of these games have been longer than 20-25 minutes. I think one of us gone on for 22 minutes. But I have been Neon. Thank you for watching this. And of course, if you like the video, like it, favourite it, and subscribe please, because it does help out. It means that I know that you want more of my videos. Thank you for watching, and GG.